New Hampshire is among the states being sued by the federal government. The Trump administration is looking for more information on voting records, including personal information like partial Social Security numbers. New Hampshire saying that state law prohibits them from doing so. WMUR's Maria Wilson joins us now after speaking with a legal expert to break this all down, Maria.
Well, Marissa, one legal expert saying that from a constitutional standpoint, there's no reason why a state can't voluntarily comply, but adds that because of a state law here in New Hampshire, that makes this request more complicated. New Hampshire on the list with 5 other states now sued by the federal government over access to voter data.
They would have to construct some kind of very clever argument to try to make some kind of a hook. And up till now, they haven't offered any kind of a legislative hook. They've just said, well, you know, the president wants it. And that's certainly unconstitutional.
Right now, certain voter information like name, address, and party affiliation is already public. But the Trump administration is looking for more information about voters, like partial Social Security numbers and state driver's license numbers.
And even if the president has the power through some reading of legislation to request this, there would be an implication of the privacy right, which may require some kind of heightened scrutiny about how that information gets communicated.
For months, New Hampshire Secretary of State David Scanlon has declined, citing a state law that prohibits releasing confidential information from the state's database.
Where there's a conflict, the federal law wins.
But law professor Daniel Pai says what makes this less cut and dry is that the information request came from an executive order, not a law.
In order for Trump to do that, I mean, right now, the authority under which the DOJ is requesting this information comes from an executive order. That's not a law that's passed by Congress.
Some of the other states named in this lawsuit include California, New York, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Minnesota. New Hampshire is the only one of those states with a Republican governor. And tonight we did reach out to Secretary Scanlon about this, but we haven't heard back from this time. We're live here in the studio. Marie Wilson, WMUR News 9.